and all the dragons roared as one.
I consider the matter urgent. That of your succession.
When you guys first arrived on the set and seeing how big it is, what was your reaction?
Fear. Crippling anxiety. I mean, sort of every day on set, you're reminded how big it is when you step on and see the scale of it. And you sort of have to pretend it's not there and it's not happening. It's a lot to try and take in.
And you were on the top with Game of Thrones, or you actually start watching it when you received the role, saying, like, where is this world coming to?
Yeah, both of us started watching it after we booked the part, yeah. So we were new fans.
New fans of the show.
Fans of the show.
Yeah.
And when you guys received the scripts, are you grabbing also for the books to see how this history will progress, or are you sticking with the scripts, seeing one step out of the next one?
Yeah, well, I think I know that George and Ryan spent a lot of time together making the scripts and everything, along with all of our other host of writers, but ultimately our jobs as actors was to tell the truth within the script that we were given. So although the books were really great, additional context to what was going on, what was at stake here, and knowledge, ultimately for us to be able to process it, we had to take it one step at a time.
Yeah, I mean, especially as new fans of the show,
Young actors as well.
All the names and the places and the language, even almost for me felt like a language barrier. So I focused on the script first, and then started watching the original show and read the book for mainly, just as Milly said, context.
Especially when we're talking about language, your character is using both of them, and I'm curious. Is it something that is right now natural for you, that you could understand what they're saying, or only you learn it phonetically and trying to nail it in the first take?
Well, you have to learn it phonetically. Like, I mean, you're working 14-hour days, you're exhausted, so I couldn't sit down and like learn my ABCs of High Valerian. I would only be given the scenes that I was in. That meant so I'd have to learn the scene in English, so I knew what was going on, and then I'd get it phonetically, and then I would get an audio clip. And I would just like loop that over and over and over again.
So how many times do you have to repeat it to nail it?
It depends. Sometimes you find it got easier because you find patterns and you find melodies within the way that they speak. But you just want to not be able to think of what you're saying when you're on set. You don't want to have to think about what sound comes next, if that makes sense.
And were you thinking about it that even in the pilot, you will have the dragon scene, and you can actually show the power of you, what is inside of your character, going a little bit outside.
Yeah, I mean, I think with that line specifically, I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until I watched the show, and I was like, oh, that's kind of iconic. But yeah, I mean, I just tried not to think about it, because I think as soon as you think about creating something that's really great, or the scene is a really important scene, I need to nail it. You never nail it, because you're always thinking,
pressure on it.
You're thinking too much in your head. You have to let go of it so you can fall into the world that's being created for you.
Especially right now, when your character is one of the few that is working with CGI, because you have to imagine that the dragons are there and you have a connection with them anyhow. So I can imagine that this is more stressful for an actor, that you don't have anybody else on the other side to play, or maybe there's a guy with a stick and a ball, I don't know.
No, there's no one. You're just kind of alone in the air, just like bumping about. You're like, what do I do with my face? I don't know.
So my last question, are you guys prepared for the journey that is before you? Because we can know.
Not at all.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I don't think you can ever.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna
hibernate.
I'm gonna hibernate.
Hibernate.
You're gonna nest. That's what you're gonna do, babe.
Nest.
You're gonna.
I've just moved house.
She's just moving into a flat.
Nest.
You're gonna nest. It's gonna look great. It's gonna be fabulous. I'm so excited for you.
I'm
if
excited
you need any
too.
interior tips, I love
Thank you so much. Yeah.